championships as well. So a very talented driver will be starting off here on the pole. Bo Lamassus on the outside pole, the number 42 Crosley Brands machine. 20 years of motocross, AMA 600cc national champion, 10 years in ARCA with over 60 starts in the Camping World Truck Series, GT4 sports cars, and dirt modifieds with Kenny Schrader, another guy to keep your eye on, and the man behind the Crosley brand. On the inside of row number 2 will be Bill Hines. Bill Hines enjoying his 8th season with the SST Series, the ThinkCast, Think Loud sponsored machine. He does have a win from 2018 and 4 podiums to go along with it. On the outside of row number 2, one of the biggest names in all of motorsports, Ricky Johnson out of El Cajon, California with the Crosley Brands number 5 truck. Does have a pole here in this series going back to 2013 and a podium. More importantly, how about a 7-time AMA national champion, 4-time short course off-road champion, 2-time Baja 1000 winner. He is as bad as they come. On the inside of row number 3 will be a young gun at 20 years old, Jacob Abel. Competing now in the F2000 series, coming out of karting, F4 and F3, has 2 podiums on the season at Road America and Mid-Ohio, 4 top 5s and 10 top 10s working in the 2021 season. He is in the number 40 Crosley Brands truck. On the outside of row number 3, another legendary name in motorsports, Jeff Ward, better known as Wardy, a Crosley Brands backed machine. The factory Kawasaki rider won 5 AMA motocross championships, 2 supercross championships, 7 motocross to nations winner, the 1997 Indianapolis 500 Rookie of the Year. After finishing 3rd, went on to finish 2nd in 1999, over 60 starts in IndyCar, including a win at Texas. On the inside of row number 4 will be Zach Van Meter. Zach went for a ride one day ago, put that thing in the wall. They were able to get it fixed up. He'll be back out here, the winner of the 2018 Nora Mexican 1000 in the Pro UTVs. The stunt man is ready to rock. On the outside of row number 4 will be Jet Nolan, the 2020 Rookie of the Year for Trans Am 2. Also does a lot of pro late model racing and has some starts here this year in the NASCAR Truck Series with Nice Motorsports. On the inside of row number 5, Ari Lyondike Jr., VP Racing Fuels machine, 3 wins on the season. A very talented driver as well who's competed in the Indianapolis 500. Of course, his father, a 2-time Indianapolis 500 winner. Great to have him back inside of the field. On the outside of row number 5 is the man himself. It is Robbie Gordon at age 52. He's a 2013 and 14 champion with the SST Series. Nothing he hasn't won in, and he's been in about every series you can think of. 2nd winningest driver in the history of the series with 26 wins and 85 podiums. Let's go to the inside of row number 6. It's another Gordon, but this time it will be his son. At the age of 13, Max Gordon. At age 8, competed in Best in the Desert Parker 250 and has already completed the Baja 1000. On the outside of row number 6, your number 2 qualifier, Robert Stout, a 2-time national champion at sports cars and a short course off-road champion. Ready and hungry for his first podium here in SST. And on the last row, your points leader. He's qualified on the pole in every single round so far this year. It is Matty Brabham, son of the 4-time IMSA GTP champ Jeff Brabham and grandson of the 3-time F1 champ Sir Jack Brabham. That's your field, ladies and gentlemen, here for round number 7 of the SST Series. It'll be 3 short segments, a shootout at the very end. They'll work their way through the first 3 turns and then gloves off whenever they hit the bridge.
I have been waiting all day for this.
Awesome stuff, man.
Temperatures have gone down. The fans are back out. We just got done with Tim Duggar. Everybody's ready to go. Adrenaline's pumping again. Everybody just had some food. Nashville, are you ready for the high-flying thrill show of Stadium Super Trucks? Yes, here we go. These guys are fired up and ready to go, Ken.
Looking forward to this one for sure. 650 horsepower underneath the hood. A lot of travel, 20 inches in the front, 26 in the back. 3-speed automatic. They have a cutting brake. They can operate the rear brakes independently to help them turn. The truck weighs in at a hefty 2,800 pounds. They'll have to maintain their brakes. It's the only brakes they have for the entire weekend. They punch a huge hole in the air, so the draft over the bridge both ways will open up a lot of opportunities for everybody.
Hey, let's scatter some body work.
Oh, I'm sure that that's going to happen. Green flag, here we go. Everybody told in the drivers' meeting to be extremely smart here through the first 3 turns. We want to make sure we put on a show tomorrow as well. But they're race car drivers.
And good ones. Big names, big egos, a lot of adrenaline, and somebody wants to win the first ever Stadium Super Truck race at the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix and go in the record books as that guy. Who's it going to be? Over the Korean War Veterans Memorial Bridge.
Stan Barrett with that early lead. The 3 Crosley brand trucks all dicing it up here already. Barrett out front, followed up by Bo Lamassus in the number 42. Again, everybody kind of biding their time to get through this tight little area, get it sorted out here once again.
But where it's going to get tricky is when we get down to 9, coming back off the bridge. You can see these guys hiking it up on 2 and 3 wheels and over the first set of jumps.
I see Jeff Wardy there. Wardy already pulling up, trying to pull up beside Bill Hines in that number 57, the white number 57 truck, as the guys are stacked up a little bit deeper in the back. Patience are key here in these opening laps. So nose to tail there. It looks like Stanton Barrett with a nice lead here. We get a little bit of breathing room, maybe figure out this track a little bit, right? Find a little bit of speed. Bo Lamassus down there on the bottom protecting. Here comes Wardy. Wardy on the gas. Looks like he's going to stuff it down underneath.
Oh, hard on the brakes. 3 wide.
Everybody locking them up. Stout pushing already in the back, side by side off the jump.
All right, all of you on the front straightaway, get ready. Here they come. They're going down to turn 10, headed over to 11. Here comes Stanton Barrett. Get your cameras ready. Start shooting that video. You got it facing the wrong way. Here they come. Get ready.
She was taking a picture of you, dude. Great stuff, man. As they head down that front straightaway, it's on now through turn number 1. It is dicey. It's tight. You've got to be smart here. Easy to put it in the wall. 2 really good guys up front there that will have to get this thing sorted out, and that's going to be Ricky Johnson and Jeff Ward. Ward already getting pretty feisty. Stout back in there trying to make his way in that purple Tootsie truck. That is Robbie Gordon, typically in the orange number 7, but it is completely wrapped in the purple Tootsie livery, if you will, for this round. Side by side they go in that Crosley brand. Jeff Ward, Ricky Johnson, they've been racing each other since 1977. Just posted a video from 1988. The number 1 and number 2 plates doing battle, and it looks like Ricky Johnson's going to stuff it down underneath him, and Robbie Gordon trying to follow.
RJ tail tapped him. He swung that truck in and around. He just hit him with the backside. Now they're up on 3 wheels. Did you see the video they posted from racing San Diego Supercross back in the 80s earlier this morning?
That's exactly what I was talking about. Number 1 and number 2 plate going for it.
And here they are doing it again.
So awesome. And, you'll see them hike up that left front tire, courtesy of the torque of that 650 horsepower LS. As they fan out, go nearly 3 wide here. Robbie Gordon looking for some clean air. Ricky Johnson, Jeff Ward, and Robbie Gordon 3 wide over the bridge.
And none of them know the word lift. Who's going to get this one?
What a spectacular shot that was. Johnson smoking the right front tire, tries to get it down underneath Gordon. Wow, Gordon really going for it there. That's 2 tough guys to pass. He got a twofer.
What spectacular action. Hope you're catching it on the big screens. All right, you can hear them going from 9 to 10. They're on their way over to 11 now. Front straightaway, get ready. Here they come again.
Jeff Ward back underneath Ricky Johnson. Jeff Ward able to get it down there and make the pass as they come into turn number 11. Stanton Barrett still out front. Followed up by Robbie Gordon, Bo Lamassus, Jeff Ward, Ricky Johnson, Jet Nolan doing a nice job. Then Robert Stout.
I'm watching over here as they come off this Crosley ramp. I got to tell you, they're going a good 40 yards, 45 to 50, some of them, before they land and continue down this front straightaway.
Yeah, unfortunately, single file there, but in the back, they've been hitting it side by side. A little draft action right there. Ricky Johnson right on the back bumper of Wardy, trying to find a little gap. And Stout getting really aggressive there. Stout stuffs it down underneath Jet Nolan, and now up beside Bo Lamassus. The number 28 Continental Tire truck with a little bit of contact with Ricky Johnson.
RJ goes around. He'll spin it around and continue on here.
Hard to hit the throttle and spin one of these things around. There's so much suspension travel, and it really transfers the weight to the back of the tire. You can't just loop one around like you see the IndyCar guys do. 77, that is Max Gordon with the Continental backed machine.
Our 13-year-old.
The 13-year-old who qualified in the number 3 slot. Battling there with Bo Lamastus as they get things sorted out here. And now a little bit of breathing room for the guys up in the front, a little bit of gap between each one of them. But look at this little pack right here. Is Jacob Abel, Bill Hines, and Mad Max Gordon come over the bridge and head down to the back. Everybody's smoking those right front tires. It's a huge braking zone down there, hard on the brakes, and the truck is completely unloaded. Matty Brabham taking his way now forward as he gets underneath Jet Noland as well. Matty Brabham, fresh off of back-to-back wins at Mid-Ohio, has been on the podium every single round.
We got a great battle for the lead brewing here. Now Robbie Gordon has caught Stanton Barrett, and he wants that win.
Yeah, and it's going to only get better as they run these segments, and it tightens everything back up, and the fast guys have worked their way from the back of the pack forward. It's going to get better and better in each 3-lap segment.
And Jeff Ward right there in third in the number 4. Look at Gordon right up the exhaust pipe of Stanton Barrett.
Backs off of him just a little bit coming into the brake zone. And Stanton Barrett, I mean, we've talked about it before, so much seat time, all 3 divisions of NASCAR, a team owner, a driver. Stout really roasting that right front. By the way, had a huge flat spot on it after qualifying. So these guys need to take care of the tires just a bit because, as you know, it will create a violent vibration.
Here's the thing, if you don't know Stanton Barrett, I promise you've seen him at work and didn't even know it. He is one of the best stunt drivers in the world. If you've seen any of the top action movies ever made in the last 20 years, Stanton Barrett was probably one of the lead stuntmen doing one of the driving scenes in that movie.
And his father, I think, was one of the stuntmen for Smokey and the Bandit.
Yep,
you know,
absolutely.
I mean, absolutely. So he's come from a great lineage there in the Hollywood stuntmen drivers. And I'm telling you, that's a secluded little club. It is hard to get into. Caution flag coming out. This is what we were talking about over the back of the bridge after 3.5 laps. So this is all part of the plan. We'll bunch these guys all back up. They push these trucks really hard. They're heavy, as we talked about. The brakes, they can fade away and become quite a handful. So they'll gather all these guys back up. They race as hard as they know how to race, but they gather them back up. Why? Because the fans want to see it.
And look at now they're doing even more to thrill the fans. Look at Robbie Gordon going here.
And Matty Brabham doing it in the middle of a race. I've not seen Matty do it in the middle of a race.
Told you it was a thrill show.
Driver in the history of the series is Sheldon Creed, 2-time champion, of course, the 2020 NASCAR truck champion as well, and he's another one capable of doing the bicycle action there, the Joey Chitwood show, if you will. And I think Joey's gonna. So many people use that terminology. I'm surprised he hasn't trademarked that.
It's
thing.
like
Let's
saying
get
I
ready
need
to
a
rumble.
Kleenex when you want a tissue, and you want a Coke when you want a soda, right? Hey, Nashville. The drivers of the Stadium Super Trucks are making their way out of turn 11, and they're coming back up here on the front straightaway. They have been racing hard for the last few laps. This is your opportunity. Stand up and wave and cheer them to let them know that you've enjoyed what they've been doing.
Back on the gas, over the jump. It is on. Barrett, Gordon, Wardy, Stout, Brabham. Nolan, Lyondike Jr. in there. Haven't heard too much from him just yet. Very, very fast. 3 wins under his belt in this series. Very capable. Stout already pulling out. Pulls up to the side, trying to side draft right there on Wardy. Wardy knows exactly what's going on, and it looks like Stout will make that pass cleanly. Can he get it stopped?
I didn't know you could side draft a Stadium Super Truck until right now, and Stout just showed us how to do it.
And you know, Stout, a national championship winning sports car guy. So, a lot of races in the Mazda series where the draft is massive. So it's all lessons that he's learned throughout his career as well. You take advantage of every little thing you can.
Well, all these guys have had so much experience in various forms of racing. They all have their aces up their sleeve, if you will, that they're going to be looking to play here.
I just saw Stout drive right into the back bumper of Robbie Gordon, basically pushing him, saying, come on, man, let's go. And now a bit of a gap as he had to check up. Coming back over the bridge, Robbie Gordon, he got the message, didn't he?
He sure did. Here comes Robbie.
So Gordon makes the pass and takes over the lead to the fans' pleasure. Smoking the right front tire there on the lavender-colored Tootsie-backed machine. Stout rolling up into third. And Stanton Barrett down to the bottom to take another look at Gordon. I thought he was blocking at first, but he was taking a look at the inside. Brabham's going to pull up to the outside of Stout here. Stout needing to pick a lane and finally gets it done, trying to get down underneath as they come on the front straightaway. Stout's going to get the spot. Gordon the first, Stout the second, Brabham on the inside of Barrett.
You know, so many times when we watch races, you think all about acceleration and top-end speed. What we just saw out of Stout down in turn 11 is one of those parts of racing. Doesn't get talked about a lot, but it can be so impactful. That pass under braking was masterful, how you could see him in and out of the brake, getting that truck as deep as he could, completing the pass and not getting into the other guy. Masterful piece of driving right there.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And you could see that truck dancing around. It was right on the ragged edge. There just was nothing left as they push each other hard. Trying to see who that is. That is Wardy. Wardy and I believe Ari Lyondike.
It's Ari Lyondike Jr. And yes, those of you that are maybe wondering, that would be Ari Lyondike Jr. from
IndyCar. Absolutely, his father, the two-time 500 winner, Indianapolis 500 winner, and The Bachelor.
That's what I was waiting for you
Do they call him Pillow Lips?
I don't know. I didn't watch. I just
know he did it. There.
But that is that Ari Lyondike Jr.
Absolutely. Great guy, too, by the way. Talented race car driver as we watch him work their way over the bridge. And that is, I believe that's Zach Van Meter there, and that.
Whoa, here's Robbie on the binders again, squeezing him all the way to the wall, too. Boy, talk about a veteran move there.
First, second, third, and it looks like
somebody lost something. You see that piece of debris come off?
Yeah, some stuff flying off of those guys.
It's off of Stout's truck, it looks like, maybe.
Yeah, I know Stout got into the back bumper of Gordon there a little bit earlier. Don't know if he had any other contact, working his way up. Keep in mind, Stout started second to last. Brabham started last. So these guys have had to pick their way through the pile without too much contact to not damage the truck. Stout had to check up for Gordon right there, and they'd opened up the door, I thought, for Matty. Brabham, an F2000 champ, a pro. A couple of 500 starts as well. Talk about somebody that should be behind the wheel of an Indy car. Matty Brabham is an incredible talent. Was actually out here wheeling the two-seater around. Top three up over the bridge. And keep in mind, they're not going to check out here because we've got another competition caution coming up. Gordon hard on the brakes there. Stout nice and smooth under control, rolls up on the back bumper. We'll see how many more times Gordon can get away with that, but man, he drove it in there about as deep as you can drive it in and still make the turn. And I noticed something about Robbie. He's not afraid of tire damage of these things, man. He is just brutal on them, and they hold up. Carlisle back number 83. Once again, Matty Brabham, as we were talking about it before. And Matty qualifying on the pole every single round so far this year. Your points leader.
And we're going to slow him down one more time, right?
One more time. Looks like they have one more lap to go around here at speed. Brabham with a nice run on Stout. Looks like he's going to stuff it down underneath him. Brabham's got him squared up, and sure enough.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see if Stout tries to fight him here. All but side by side over the ramp. If you watch the onboards from Brabham, without a doubt, the smoothest driver in the series. Looks like he's sitting on the couch drinking a cup of coffee. It's incredible how smooth he is. They post his qualifying laps all the time, so you can actually go online and watch how he does it. You would never know he's driving a truck right on the ragged edge. Stout, a rookie in the series this year. This is his 7th start behind the wheel of one of these trucks. Looks like he still has a little bit to learn here from Brabham and from Gordon. He was not able to get around Gordon, so he's going to school. He's learning what he can, hanging on the back bumper here with Brabham. Take advantage of that draft. He'll find out where the breaking points are. I promise you, he's paying attention to everything.
Oh, man, these guys are working those tires and brakes hard. Little love tap there just to remind Brabham he's still there.
And it's funny, like, he'll be a little faster in one area. Brabham will be a little faster in another area. So, and you tap him in the back and let him know, hey, man, I'm still here. You keep the pressure on.
And all of them showing they're just as quick on 3 wheels as they are on 4.
Yeah, it's pretty sketchy. You've got to set that tire back down before you go over one of those ramps. And they purposely place those ramps where they are to make sure the guys do have to set that tire back down in time. All part of the plan. Once again up over, and Robbie Gordon waving his hand as that second competition caution is coming out here.
There it is. We'll pack them up again. But this time, the next flag won't be yellow. It'll be checker.
It'll be green and checker, right? I mean, all but the green-white checker. Right. We'll stuff one more in
well,
there, but it's a 3-lap shootout. What else could you hope for?
Yes.
And it's back on whenever they hit this ramp right here. Just before start-finish after turn number 11, that's the go signal. So a great battle here so far. Gordon, as in Robbie Gordon, out front, followed up by Matty Brabham. Robert Stout inside of the top 3. Jet Nolan with a good run here in 4th place. It would be his best finish of the season if he can hang on to that. Jeff Ward to round out the top 5.
You fans enjoying the Stadium Super Truck so far? Yeah, they're putting on a good show here on a Saturday night in Nashville. So they're coming back towards us here. You're going to get to see them one more time as they go back to green. Make sure you stand up, wave, cheer them on, encourage them to give us the best action they can for these final 3 laps at the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix.
In the short chute there between turns 10 and 11. They'll come through that final turn, number 11 here in this complex. Downtown, the streets of Nashville. And then it's all Robbie Gordon. Robbie Gordon picks up the throttle early. Keep in mind these trucks have a spool in the back, so they inherently do not want to turn if you pick up the throttle too early. That thing will want to push. They're really, really tight. Consequently, they have the turning brake here. Everybody in line trying to take advantage of that huge hole they're punching in the air, courtesy of Robbie Gordon. A little feedback there. Apologize for that. Everybody rolling smoke off of that right front. Jacob Abel back in there. And it looks like Ari Leindyke Jr. with the VP-backed machine. Those two guys battling, and Abel able to get underneath, no pun intended, to grab that spot. Oh, and Brabham with a bit of a mistake, and Stout thought about it for a second, stuck the nose down in there, but did not hit him. As the first 3 guys start to stretch out a little bit, and Robbie Gordon's got a truck out here today. He's starting to drive away from these 2 guys. That's not easy to do.
Well, we know we got a driver in that truck that's a wheelman, and if he's got the right truck to work with, look out. Here they come.
No question about it. And these guys are pushing right to the ragged edges. You see all of them. I mean, hard on the brake. I've never seen so much smoke off the front tires here as we're seeing from these first 3 drivers. Once again, out of turn number 10, up over the jump into the final turn. Mad Max picking up a spot here. These guys trying to earn points from qualifying this first moto today and the second moto tomorrow, and then the overall will be a combination of those points earned. First 3 guys doing a great job. Jet Nolan having a great run out here, and a good run for Stout up on the outside of Brabham. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it work around this left-hander, but he's going to put the pressure on anyway, see if he can get him to blow that turn.
And he rubbed him right up to the wall, didn't he?
Tried to go outside in on him. Jet Nolan hanging right there, man. He's just a couple of car lengths back.
Two to go here as this first race with the Stadium Super Trucks comes close to a conclusion. We're going to do it all over again tomorrow, Ken.
Yeah, I believe the time is 1:45, if I'm not mistaken, right before the start of the IndyCar race. So, yeah, we'll bring them all back out here and turn them loose again. As they finish up this lap here, they should be coming to the white flag.
It's going to all be part of Sunday here at the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix.
And
I
again,
can't imagine Robbie's got any tire left as much as he's smoking them into the corners.
And you know how the flat spots work, right? It rolls around until it finds that original flat spot, and that's where it sits. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see somebody lose a right front the way they're roasting these things on both ends of the bridge. Stout here again, right there on the back bumper of Matty, but not able to make the pass just yet. One thing to catch Matty, another thing to pass him. We'll see if they take that white flag. White flag is out. One more to go.
This series is a break.
Oh,
hang on.
Jet Nolan almost blew it.
What a save that was. He couldn't have slid that thing any farther than he did.
And still make the turn.
No, Robbie Gordon dreamed of this series. Look at him weaving up and down the bridge as he's trying to block any kind of drafting moves. If you're going to pass Robbie Gordon for the win on this thing, you're going to have to shove your truck past him.
No doubt. He knew those guys were coming. And Stout all the way up beside Brabham. They go side by side through the left-hander. Robbie Gordon checking up Stout just a little bit. Stout still hanging in there. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe they went too wide through that area. Talk about some talent.
Did you see how Robbie moved to the middle of the track and basically put that rear tailgate of his truck across both of the guys behind him? What a great defensive move.
Absolutely driving that thing in the mirrors of trying to hang on to the spot. Brabham always has another gear. He knew he was going to roll up on him. Stout came right with him as they head back over the bridge for the final time.
Here it comes, Ken. Down to turn 9. Flat out now over the Korean War Veterans Memorial Bridge. Robbie's got to slow him down one more time here at 9.
Does he have enough tire? Does that right front tire still have enough tread to help him get stopped?
Oh!
Here comes Brabham as well, trying to hang on. Brabham on the back bumper. Over the jump after 9, headed to 10.
2 more passing zones to go at 10 and 11.
Brabham right there. Brabham sticking his nose down underneath him.
Out.
Stout looking to take advantage of it. Can he get it done as well? Stout trying to follow Brabham through. Over the jump side by side.
Who's going to be inside at 11?
Can Stout grab second now? Contact, heavy contact with these guys. Stout looking for the win. Not going to happen. What a battle. Nashville, you got to love it. Here comes the rest of them. Another great battle back there for 4th place as well, side by side.
Hey, Nashville, get up on your feet and give these guys a big round of applause. What a fantastic show by the Stadium Super Truck Series. And Robbie Gordon, the first ever winner of SST at the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix. Wow, that was fantastic.
Final order, Robbie Gordon, Matty Brabham, Robert Stout, Jet Nolan, and Max Gordon at 13 years old makes it into the top 5. I got to run down to the podium. Thank you very much for the help. Man, what an exciting race. That's how you go racing, Nashville.
That was awesome. Well, how about it? What a show. And if you enjoyed that, the great news is you get to see it again all over tomorrow. But here was that run down to turn 11. Look at Gordon move over to the left, blocking that inside pass. But Brabham said, yeah, I'll just come right on through you. Just put that front nose right up under the back end of Robbie's truck, had him sideways, but didn't turn him. He lifted a little bit, let Robbie gather it back up. Stout was on the outside, couldn't get there, knew he was going to run out of track. Robbie hammered it, got to the jump first, and the checkered flag was waiting on the other side. Spectacular action. Look at them flying over that final jump. Stout sideways in mid-flight, as they came to the checkers. Boy, they didn't leave anything on the table. Oh, there he is. On 2 wheels, celebrating. If you want to know what's underneath an SST truck, there you go. You see the fuel cell at the back end, the big red square. And Robbie is celebrating, and I can't imagine how full of adrenaline he's going to be when he gets to victory lane. Look at him. Think he's done a few laps on these things? This was Robbie Gordon's brainchild. All these trucks have been built, maintained, and race prepped in Charlotte, North Carolina, at Robbie's shops there, where he actually used to run his NASCAR program out of. All the trucks are built by his group. He owns everything. The drivers just show up, bring their helmets and their race suits with them. Robbie brings the trucks. You randomly get put in one, and off you go. And if you don't like your truck, Robbie says, fine, I'll drive your truck, you drive mine. Yeah, everybody, wave those hats. Let them hear you. Robbie's going to give you some more donuts over there. He wants the other guys to do the same. Yes, sir. Stadium Super Trucks in Nashville. That's what we expected. All right. Now they're going to come back around. Our victory podium is just after the front straightaway on the right. And that's where Robbie and the rest of the top 3 will be. If you want to go see him in person, little fist pump going on between Brabham and Gordon. Legendary names in racing. Sir Jack Brabham, the grandfather of Matthew, the Formula One world champion. Hey, Robbie just took the steering wheel out, still doing donuts. Ah, what's the steering wheel for? Don't need that. I got this. Puts it back in place, spins it the other way. I'm telling you, I don't know how many of you have actually followed Robbie's career. That is one talented wheel, man. He can do it in anything. I actually had a chance to go for a ride with one-handed, hand out the window, saluting the crowd up on 2 wheels. I went for a ride with Robbie in his trophy truck when he was racing, getting ready to go to the Baja 1000. And we went through a ride through the Nevada desert that I will never forget. Bo Lamass, hey, you know what? Bo's thirsty, so he parked the truck, went, grabbed a beer, down in the beer now. You know, hey, look, you get thirsty when you've been racing, and when you're done, you just pour the rest of the beer down your back. There you go, Bo. I like it. What do you guys think of that? That's how Stadium Super Trucks do it. Yeah. Give me a cold one. I just got done racing. This is fantastic. Oh, don't flip it now, Robbie. Don't flip it now. Woo! Coming around the corner. He took that 90 on 2 wheels. He's going to go over the jump. That's fantastic. What a show. This is why they are known as one of the most action-packed forms of motorsports out there these days. Robbie's been taking this series all around the globe, too. They've been racing down under in Australia, some of the other places down there as part of the V8 Supercar Series, bringing the trucks all the way down there. Well, and we're not even done racing tonight. Don't forget, SRO is coming up after we complete our victory podium for Stadium Super Trucks. And we're going to bring out those high-dollar, high-horsepower sports cars. And we're going to do it all over again. I don't think we'll see any of them get up on 2 wheels, not on purpose at least. Lamborghinis, Porsches, Ferraris, you name it. We're bringing them all out. Mercedes, AMGs. Going to be a whole different sound, whole different show, but great racing as well here at the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix. Sounds like somebody's burning down tires. Oh, look at that. It's Robbie Gordon. What a shock. Helmet off already. Cockpit full of smoke. Oh, it's tremendous.
Yeah, now that's how you pull into the podium. I think it's a first for me. 20 years of broadcasting. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do a smoke show all the way into the podium. Robbie Gordon, ladies and gentlemen. What a great battle that turned out to be as Robbie Gordon goes out and gives some fist pumps to the crowd. Some photographers everywhere, fans coming over here to the podium. The winner's circle, as it were, here at the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix. On a warm day here, it is absolutely perfect for racing. Actually getting a fist pump from his crew chief, if you will, team manager. Are we gonna do this out of order?
How about your boy, huh?
Huh? How about all three of you guys?
How about Robert? Nice job, Robert. This guy's been catching on. Robert Stout is Ken's son. He won the UTV championship, so it shows that ladder of racing does help. And just podium in another SST race. So congratulations. That was a gnarly race to the finish. I did have to get a little bit wide with the Tootsie truck there a couple times. Tried to break the draft across top of the hill, but you know, that's what racing's supposed to be. And you got to have cars that are tough enough to be able to do this. And I can't say enough about Matty Bradley, just an awesome racer. Finished second to its day, but he just beat the back of my bumper off that last lap.
I thought he was going to turn into a Tootsie Roll truck there for a moment, man. I mean, you guys are going at it.
Well, he actually got hung up in the last turn where he hit me, and then we got hooked. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm just going to tow you to the finish line then. And it was really cool. But, you know, I can't say enough about this event. I want to thank Matt Cruz, everybody from Big Machine Records, Crosley Brands for bringing us here, Bo Lamassus and his team, and you fans in Nashville. Awesome. Let's hear it. I truly believe, you know, right now in America, we have events in Australia where we bring a bunch of people in. It was Adelaide. They brought about 300,000 for our SST races there, and V8 Supercar, and with the concerts and everything that Big Machine has going on, and Matt Cruz and everybody on the staff. Great job. Proud to be here, and hope this, well, I know this event where you guys showing up like this and being fans like you are, it'll be around for a long time, and there is no better place than racing here in Nashville. Awesome.
Great stuff for sure. Almost took a header there. Let's do this one here, and we'll give Robbie his last. He can wait. He's the one that paid for it anyways. All right, he's been digging since round number 1. He's won a couple of national sports car championships, as Robbie just mentioned. He's also won in short course off-road racing. He wanted another challenge. The wonderful people from Continental Tire and Lucas Oil got behind him and put him inside of one of these trucks. He's finished 4th a couple of times. He's finished 5th a handful of times as well. But he was so hungry for his first podium, didn't know where he was going to end up coming into turn number 11, but he kept his nose clean, kind of. Put your hands together for Robert Stout, his first career podium in SST. Thank you. I think we're over here, right? Over here. It's been so long since you finished 3rd, you forgot where to stand. Great run, man. I know you've been digging. Talk to me about that race, boy. The last couple of laps, you and Matty really having a great show going over the bridge here a couple of times, up on the back bumper of him. But, man, that last lap after you guys got over the bridge, it was on.
Yeah, for sure. And I was really trying to conserve brakes. I feel like I got a hold of them way too hard trying to get to the front early on. So before the second caution, I was tucked in behind Robbie, and I got so comfortable just trying to conserve brakes that I totally forgot Brabham was behind me and let him go for the easiest pass of all time. So I had to start digging from there to try to make my way back up. But, man, Continental tires are awesome. I mean, you guys see what we're doing to these things. We're flogging them nonstop every lap, and they just keep digging all weekend long. The Lucas Oil products within it are great. So it's just an awesome weekend to be here, and to be on a podium with Robbie Gordon and Matt Brabham says a lot. So really happy to be here with SST in Nashville. It's been a lot of fun.
Fatheads Eyewear and also The Skinny, which is a podcast on iHeartRadio. 2 more sponsors here for Robert Stout as well. Congrats, man.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
All right, this next guy is a 2-time champion inside of the series. He's as good as any driver out here anywhere. You could easily see him inside of one of these Indy cars, up on the podium, I might add. He's qualified on the pole every single round so far this year. Fresh off back-to-back wins at Mid-Ohio, has been on the podium every single round this year. Our current points leader, put your hands together for Matty Brabham. Come on up here, buddy. What a battle, man. You two guys got together. I thought you were going to open up the door for Stout to pass both of you.
Yeah, I was trying to take him out. I was trying to lean on him just a little bit to move him out of the way because that Tootsie truck was in front of me, and it was purple, and it was pissing me off. It was leading the race all race. And I was like, I really want to win. I mean, the crowd, like, thank you guys. I mean, it's awesome to see such an awesome atmosphere out here. Woo! And it just makes us so hungry in the trucks to win and race like that. So, I mean, that's one of the best races we've ever had. And it was from you guys feeding us. We can see you, we can hear you. I mean, these trucks are loud, but it was an awesome race out there. I wanted to win so bad. And Robbie just placed his truck in the perfect spot to block me. And I was trying to push him up. I was trying to push him up the track, but I just couldn't get it done. So congrats to him. He's pretty good at that. And then obviously very impressive from Robert Stout. I mean, that is an amazing drive. I mean, all three of us, I mean, we'll run as hard as we could. And we were all nose to tail, and there was no giving an inch. So thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Cheers.
All of that on one of the toughest courses, without question the toughest course they've seen all year long. One more time, nice round of applause. Robert Stout in third place, Matty Brabham in second. And your winner here, round number 7, Robbie Gordon. So, yeah, a quick note here. So we'll be racing again tomorrow right before IndyCar. And the way it works is these guys have gathered points from qualifying and points here today in this race. They will tally up all of those points. It will be a complete field inversion again based on points here after this first moto. And then we'll go at it again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see where it stacks up. You know, Matty with a pole picks up 3 points, and he picked up 12 points there, so he's got 15. And I've got 13 and 0. So Matty will be starting behind me, so that Tootsie truck will be wide again.
Yeah, and how about this, just to add a little drama to it? He qualified second, so he has 2 points, grabbed 11 here, so he has 13. So we've got a tie for the lead here.
Well, we got a tie for a lead, and the way we break ties, which it's good to explain, we do it motocross style. So because I finished better than him, which kind of sucks, I have to start behind him now tomorrow, even though we're tied. So I'm sure his bumper's going to get wide, too. Hopefully we'll see y'all guys